Hey guys, I want to talk to you today about the importance of thinking small. Now that's the opposite of what it seems like everyone else is talking about, and in fact I do mean it a little bit differently than they do. So basically it goes like this. So many of us who want to start a business and become an entrepreneur, if you will, we're looking for some earth-shatteringly different idea, something new and innovative, a really creative idea for an app. A version of Facebook that's going to be a next big thing, some kind of healthcare technology concept. We're shooting for these huge, complicated ideas. And for many of us, it causes us to either be scared away from becoming an entrepreneur in the first place, or it causes us to get bogged down in a lot of the details because we really aren't prepared to start a business of that size, of that intensity. And so, what I want to share with you is an idea or a concept that's much, much simpler, a perspective, if you will, that will make this whole entrepreneurship thing a lot simpler. And I'll do that by telling you a story about some advice that I gave a buddy of mine back a long time ago. We were, I think, college students or something like that, and he was a little younger than me. He still lived with his parents, and he really wanted to start a landscaping business and make some extra money. He didn't really know how to do it, but he had a $200 push lawnmower or whatever. And he lived in a nice country club neighborhood where his parents were, and he thought he really wanted to do this, but he didn't know how. And so, slightly naively, but also I later found out was really smart advice, I told him, hey, here's a cool idea you could try. Go around to all the yards in your neighborhood and look at them. Look at the ones that look kind of unkempt, like they haven't been mowed for a while, like the occupants are probably really busy people who just don't have time. And then mow their yard for them for free. Don't tell them you're going to do it. Don't knock on their door. Just mow their yard. Wait till it looks like they're not there, obviously, then mow their yard. And do the best job you've ever done. Like, stay away from the flowers and all that, but get everything you can, make it flawless, even make diamond patterns or whatever you have to do to impress them. Then, don't do anything except just leave, but leave a note on their door that says, hello, my name's so-and-so. I just mowed your yard for you as a total courtesy. You don't owe me anything, but it looked like your yard was unkempt and I just figured you were probably really busy and I wanted to do it for you as a nice gesture. If you do want me to do this every week though, I wanted you to know that I offer these services and my rate is X number of dollars per week. Here's my phone number. Feel free to give me a call if you want my help on an ongoing basis. Thanks, his name. And I said, hey, you should try doing this at several yards in the neighborhood and just see what happens. Well, I didn't really think he was going to do it, but he did it. And he went around and he mowed like 3 or 4 different yards. And if I remember correctly, out of those 3 or 4 different yards he mowed, 2 of them became ongoing customers who were paying him a pretty decent rate to mow their lawns. And just like that, he had started a business. He had a $200 lawnmower and a little bit of effort and some guts to try something new, and that's all he had. He was probably 19 years old and no special skills or anything, and he started a business. And so if you contrast that with these grandiose ideas we try to come up with to start some new version of something or some new invention or app or whatever, it really simplifies the idea of entrepreneurship in many, many ways, because entrepreneurship at the end of the day is really just finding a way to fill a need that exists in the world around you and do it in an intelligent way that gets you paid. And essentially at the end of the day, you're offering something that people value more than the amount of money in their pockets that you're asking for. And so think about ways that you can do something similar to this in your life. Think about needs that are not being met, that are maybe simpler. Instead of thinking so big, start thinking smaller. What's a very, very simple, small need? Maybe it's not something brand new. Maybe it's not something earth-shattering. Maybe it's not something even innovative, but it's a need that needs to be filled that you can fill. And focus on the ones that aren't complicated. You have to start somewhere. And eventually, if he wanted to, he could have grown that to where he took the money he had made from mowing these 2 or 3 yards. He could have bought an extra lawnmower and then hired somebody. Then that would have given him the capacity for another maybe 10 to 15 yards a week or more that he could have mowed. And then he could take the money from that and hire a third and then get a trailer and other landscaping equipment. You see where I'm going here. He could have turned this into a legitimate, decent sized business. The point is that he did something and that it didn't have to be complicated and he made money. It worked. So think about your own ways you could do this in your life. I'm going to stop talking to you now because it's time to stop talking and start doing, and the rest is up to you. Leave a comment below if you have questions, and I can't wait to talk to you soon.